Hello and welcome to another evening in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today in the arena, we are playing Jeskai Hinata, but with a bit of a twist. Of course, we're running Magma Opus and things like that, but every Hinata deck I've seen for Standard so far has been Izzet splashing white, and I wanted to try blue-white splashing red just for Hinata, the Magma Opus, and the Lorehold commands. Obviously, I'm a bit of a blue-white fanboy, I guess. I'm just always trying to make blue-white work, and it's very hard to make blue-white work. But there's blue and white in Jeskai, and I felt like every Hinata deck that was getting built was just really a Goldspan Dragon deck that happened to have some Hinata action too, and I wanted to take it in a whole different direction, use some of my favorite blue-white control-y strategies, but support them with the Kirin Spirit, which does make spells that you cast cost one less to cast for each target, and spells your opponents cast cost one more for each target. And of course, the big combo is that with Magma Opus, which can have a whole bunch of targets and cost as little as 2 mana in a perfect situation, which hopefully I'll get to show you. But there's also some other sweet synergies like Lorehold Command, which can target yourself and target something for the 3 damage, and that can reduce it by 2, so that can be very nice, and that's only with one mode, so then you still get to use another mode. So if we just splash a little bit of red, we get to run Magma Opus, we get to run Lorehold Command, we also have double white, so we get to run Doomscar. So yeah, it's a blue-white control deck with Hinata, and I don't think that requires too much explanation. If we want Hinata to live, we can run some cards that we don't normally run, like Valor's Stance. If we want to get Hinata out a turn earlier and provide red mana, we can run a copy of the Celestis. But otherwise, I'm sure you've seen most of this in my blue-white nonsense, and now you get to see it with a little dash of red to run one of my favorite new cards, to be honest. Playing this in Commander has been a ton of fun, so trying to recreate a little bit of that secret sauce here on the channel in Standard. Why would you want to be blue-white instead of Izzet? There are meta calls. For example, if you are in a meta where Doomscar is significantly better than Cinderclasm or Burn Down the House, then maybe it's a good enough reason, and we're kind of there, because Doomscar hits white creatures no matter how many +1/+1 counters get on them, as long as it's not taxed out of the game by turn 2 Thalia and turn 3 Redain. It also hits like big green creatures, runes, when they make their creatures too big for your Cinderclasms to affect. You know, Doomscar's a little better there, so maybe this is a good meta to reverse the splash, get off the Izzet, get back into the Azorius, and add just a dash of red for the go big game plan, because while I love white-blue, it does seem to have a lot of trouble winning the game, and Wandering Emperor, it's what's usually in this spot in most of my builds. I think Hinata might end games much more authoritatively than the Wandering Emperor does, who kind of comes out and dirtles around for a long time. Okay, we're ready to do it. Let's dive in. Let Hinata's blue-white nonsense begin. I don't want to fall out of top 1000. We will need to win. I can draw a white source, right? It's a very sus hand. It's a lot of expensive cards in 2 lands, so we might lose. It's not easy to hit every land drop you need to after that. Paladin class, nice. Oh yay, another 4-drop? Alright, come on, buddy. Hook me up. Well, it is what it is. Hey, we did get a land. Would have been a disaster if I'd picked red there. Why wouldn't it be mono white? Ooh, we're like, wait, if you were gonna do that, don't you do that before combat? Yeah. Don't tell them what to do, CGB. They're not listening. All right, so I like here casting Hinata, because if the opponent has a Brutal Cathar or something like that to affect it, not only do we have a backup, but we get to Doomscar and get it right back. I think I make a 3rd white, but you do have to think about, okay, we want to play Hinata. That's, let's see, red, blue, white, and then what do we want to have up afterwards? It might be blue. Mana a little bit trickier in a 3-color deck than a 2-color one, especially when you're talking about what mana you're going to have left after you play Hinata. That's sus. You can't play a Wandering Emperor here, so what do they have? calling this bluff. I think they can Wandering Emperor, but they can't. I see. Okay, that works. Let's try it again. We've done it. We actually drew 3 straight lands to stay in this game. How lucky. Man, this card is a bit of a roadblock. I've seen so many opponents, when this hits the battlefield, they just sit there like, oh god, I have to kill it, but what do I do? How do I do it? They're gonna go elite on me. Okay. I wonder what they take. Probably Lorehold Command? On my turn, its total cost will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But we reduce the cost by 3, so it's 5. Beautiful. Right? I think that's how this works. No, I reduce it by 2 because I have 2 targets. Okay, this isn't going to work, right? Yeah, I need to be able to pay 1 more for it. All right, let's do this. We do need the land. Do we grab another Hinata, or do we just make sure we hit all of our land drops? I'm going to grab another Hinata. And a backup source of red. You never know when somebody's going to be a Field of Ruin gamer out of nowhere. You might see him level Paladin class here and attack. Shield? Shield's obnoxious. Opponent has definitely found all the keys to the obnoxious kingdom. They're just trying to completely tax us out of this game. So am I going to play the Doomscar since I have a backup Hinata? I think I should wait until they level the class, to be honest. I can wait a little longer. Not a lot longer, but a little. Indestructible Hinata might surprise them. They know about 1 Valorous Stance, though. Yep, here comes level 3. Here comes the attack. This might work. Indestructible. Your double strike does not matter. Nice. I mean, it's castable, but is it? Like, how do we figure out whether or not I can actually cast these spells? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The tax on their turn is 1, 2, and then this is per target. I have to pay an additional 1. This is messed up. I say we just say go and figure it out. I think they have another Thalia, just from the way that they've played the game, but we're gonna find out. Same trick. Same trick. Touché. Well, if they have double strike on this, it doesn't get through Hall of the Storm Giants. Not yet. Usha. Yeah, you're gonna have to play more creatures. Big brain. Alright, what do we grab? Just land and Celestis, I think. Mana solves taxes. That's the key to solving taxes. You just have to keep grabbing the mana. There's Addy. Gonna have to figure out how to kill it. It's really big. I guess we have to tap it. Another Lorehold command. I guess Lorehold command makes things indestructible again. That cursed shield. So, how many of these do you think they play? So for every target when we cast Opus, we have to pay an additional 1, but this reduces it. But we have to pay an additional 1 because it's on their turn. Oh my gosh. And we don't want the Opus to get countered. That's a real problem here, is if we mismath even a little, it counters the whole spell. What a stupid game. Alright, I think there's a legitimate chance that this mono white player's brain exploded. I really want to include this in the video because it's such a silly game, but it also illustrates like how to kind of fight against taxes. You just keep hitting your lands, but this, I really don't want them to time out because it's super anticlimactic, but let's just assume that their brain completely melted trying to make this game work. Nice. Oh no, my camera's in the wrong spot. Well, there you go. All right, on the play, we've got, well, we actually have 4 lands and we have a Doomscar, so it's a keeper. We only have 1 source of blue, so I'm pretty sure this just hits the battlefield. Spike field could be, is it? In which case our hand is actually okay, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to foretell Doomscar, even though that might turn out to be a mistake if we have some way to loot it later, like the Celestis. What are they going to do? They're going to expressive iteration. Who cares? This early in the game, that's not the priority. We need to counter things like Unexpected Windfall, Galvanic Iteration, Goldspan Dragon. I should have known the matchmaker would immediately seek out another person to pair me against who plays the same strategy, because that's the only way the matchmaker knows how to be. I should have known. This is such classic Magic matchmaker. Fortunately, we foretold that Doomscar like a pro. Now watch them play another one. Totally punish me. No, no white source either. If they have a Prismari command, they didn't go for it. But it's something they could have cast on empty board. I guess that Spikefield Hazard would hold that priority in that spot. Let's go for this so we can also test their talents if they put, say, an Unexpected Windfall on the stack. Oh yeah. That was good. Before we try to deploy this though, let's set up a little bit more. I want to foretell this pretty bad. It's so good to have this foretold with Hinata. But they probably are a Goldspan Dragon deck. Let's take it easy. One bit at a time. We're going to hold up Memory Deluge, Test of Talents, Disdainful Stroke here. Oh, we're going to get to see what's better. Is it splashing white or Azorius splashing red? The true test. Head to head. So, no? Have you ever heard the term no? We could have also used Iganjo on it, but I think that's the wrong play there. My turn. We have Test and Saw It Coming that are castable here, but we don't have a Magma Opus. Nope. I love saying no to the opponent's Memory Deluge. It makes me so happy. They hate it. They hate it. All right, we're trying to move well up into Upper Mythic. We've been straggling a little bit for a while. We've played some silly decks that haven't passed the test. Ooh, on the draw with this. Pretty rough. Yeah, let's just get this down. It's pretty hard to counter them effectively. Oh no, they have the God draw. Who knows how much they'll hit me for next turn when they play their Runeforge champion on time. Although, Hinata really does tax their runes. They're running the dog. They might not be running runes. I see no red. They might be running a green-white version, which I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell it like it is. I think that's just bad. Just bad compared to runes. But people do what they do. Nope. They got runes. Too bad. Alright, we need to dodge Showdown of the Scalds. Please don't do that. Okay, well, Hinata, you have a lot of work to do, but I know you can do it. Tax them. Another line there was to hold up Saw It Coming for the Runeforge champion. But I think Hinata handles the business here. The fact that they have to pay an additional 1 to target. Oh no! Really? Oh my god. And they lose all 4 cards. I mean, I guess I can't be too mad, right? But come on. I can't believe that just happened. All right, hopefully their hand is trash, so we get some time here. That was just... I can't believe they had that. Okay. They do get a 4/4 here, so we're on a clock that's going to beat the Opus. We're not going to get to the Opus. Oh, that's a good draw if they don't have an enchantment. So we have to dodge an enchantment here. Please. Dodge an enchantment here. I know that's asking a lot from an enchantment deck. We can make a treasure, and then we can cast an Opus if we top deck an Opus. But any other kind of a draw, and we're really going to regret that. Yes. Yes. So we didn't use... Yeah, we didn't use the Saw It Coming on the Naturalist. Maybe we should have. Maybe we should have. Because if we use the Aganjo on it, which is what I was thinking, we might come up a mana shy for Opus. I guess they play runes, right? So we should wait and see if they try to enchant something with a rune. If they do, it probably won't be this, but you never know. Close game. All right, stance. I think I go to 1 here. Because if I kill this, they get this back. And I'll be able to Opus next turn. We go to 1. We go to 1. I do not have much life gain in this deck either. March. Oh, March is so good. March can get back Hinata. So I don't have to use the Opus. And I can hold seat. Okay, that's what we're going to try. Oh, God. Finally, borrowed time catches up to him. Get him, Hinata. 1 to 27. Can we get out of this? They have another borrowed time. Let's shut that down. Do they have another one? Okay, they get back the Kami. If we attack here and they have the Seed of the Empire, we are totally screwed. So let's just hold. Fine. Rune of Sustenance in response. There it is. There it is. Test of Talents. Who knows? Might have a roll before all is said and done. Okay, if there's a hasty creature, Seat will kill it, right? They can't have like a hasty 5/5 from nothing, right? And we have to close. Let's go. Circle. Okay. Token gone. Now, once again, if they are holding the Seed of the Empire here, it's a disaster. But I think we have to at least try. Because if we're not killing them, what are we doing? Okay, they don't have it yet. Thought about doing it on my turn just because we might have a play on our turn, but I can't think of one. I mean, I guess that works. Just making their runes cost 3 with Hinata is very satisfying. Oh my gosh, 1 life. 1 life. Yes. All right, we get a rank 362 to go up against as we continue to try to push, but that, I mean, that is the curve you're looking for. Okay, but we're up against blue again. So now our Doomscar looks a lot worse and this hand looks a lot worse. But we'll have time to draw out of it, probably. Den. Ooh. This is not looking good at all. They've got Fable, and they're running 3 colors, and I guess I should Wrath this, because if I don't, they're going to get a pretty big mana advantage. But I'm sure they're very happy about that sequence. And then next turn, I guess I'm casting Hinata, hoping it lives, unless I draw a counterspell. Interesting. Fable Teamer. Something I've been looking at myself, but okay. Second Hinata, not bad. All right, they've got to kill it. Let's see if they can. If they do, we're in a lot of trouble. Whoa. So they have a counterspell? Oof. It feels like they have a counterspell. It's really rough because I need to kill this. But we can at least make them play something better than this. As it is, though, they can make a lot of 2/2s. Yeah, I think going for Magma Opus here would be a mistake. But we might have to try anyway. The fact that they're so willing to sit. I need to rip like a your counter off the top. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 targets means this costs 3, and the counter can hit the counter. Okay. It's fine. This is fine. At an end step, they're going to try to copy this. So we want to do this before end step, I guess. This is a tense one, okay. Guess I'll tap green. And we gotta hope they don't have 2 counters. Overcharged Amalgam. Now that is a card that with Kiki can just lock you out of a game. It can't be a 2-mana counter. They don't have enough because of Hinata. So they could have Disdainful Stroke or Negate here, but it wouldn't be good enough. Yeah, the idea of Overcharged Amalgam being copied by the reflection of Kiki Jiki is so terrifying. We got lucky to draw the Saw It Coming, but we were smart, and we did wait for it. So this is pretty earned. Yeah, so if they use the reflection now to copy the Goblin Shaman, it'll go away on end step, which is why we did it when we did it. Oh, this is crafty. So now on end step, no, they can't because we're going to tap their land. I was going to say now on end step they can copy this, but it won't work because we're tapping their land down. That's why we did it before our end step in our second main phase. so this would happen. Whew, I feel really good about that. I think I made the right plays. I mean, obviously results-oriented thinking, but whew. I could have just gone for the Magma Opus, been countered by the Amalgam, and been locked out of that game. Yeah. Yeah. I feel good about that. I really do. Shuffler's fine. Ooh. Well, I can definitely put away a Deluge. But this hand is so slow. And we might have to, like, Magma Opus into Treasure, into Deluge. We could put away Lorehold Command. But that is one of the cards that can help us catch up. But these can undo a mulligan. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is this. Even if we're against aggro, we can go turn 3 Deluge and maybe find, like, Sweeper or something. But even if we do that, we have to sacrifice the Treasure, so Lorehold Command's still a long ways away. Yeah. Feels weird to keep a hand with no removal, but this might be the jam. We gotta play blue and then red if we want to make a treasure on turn 2. Scouring Barrens. Okay, they might be giving us time. Let's leave the option open. Oxide Chef. Alright, make this treasure or not? Yeah. I don't think we can expect Hinata to live and then let us cast Opus, so let's do this. Wow. I mean, we could just slam this and they probably can't kill it. Oh, that's not true. They just use what is it? They just use the Rite of Oblivion, right? If they use Rite of Oblivion on this and we don't draw a land off the top, or specifically a blue source, we're just out of the game. Whereas right now we can go pick up some more land. Another Opus, though. Another Opus. I mean, it's the combo. Can always turn it into another treasure. I'm scared, though. Our opponents, you know, they're right around Lulth o'clock. So we probably will just jam these Hinatas and make them have the answer. Okay, well, if they're playing Eye Twitch. No Rites of Oblivion, please. Just, you know, punt here and let me untap with Hinata. That would be great. Sweet. Very sweet. Okay, then. Let's see if they block our trampling monster here. Okay. All right, tap these. I think we just want to get this play made. Kind of absurd, right? We had basically shots at 3 Hinatas and 3 Opus. But I'm feeling really good about putting the Lorehold command on the bottom with the way things have worked out. Okay, they floated mana, but they didn't sack the chef. What are they going to do with it? They could field the red source. They didn't. Fielding the red source would be slick, but You get burned if I have a mountain in my deck, and a lot of people aren't willing to make that play. I mean, okay, they have no shortage of dorks. Now that we have a counter spell, I don't think we're in any danger of any kind. So this costs 2 blue, and then we have a little extra. I think I'll just say go. Meat hook, blood on the snow. Okay, Rite of Oblivion. Do we defend? We do have another. Yeah, we defend. I feel like I'm supposed to counter like a sweeper though. So maybe we just do this before it goes away. This is a lot of pressure. They're down to 12, then they're down to 4, and then we have a counter spell so they can't sweep the board. All right, Field of Ruin is the answer. Red source down. Good thing we drew another. And 1 planes left in the deck to make us look smart. 4th Hinata. I think we put one on the bottom, but maybe the shuffle, you know, dredged up the same one. The problem now, though, is if we cast it, we can't cast Saw It Coming. So we'll set those up. And we'll play this counter spell. And that's the game. 1 less dodo in the world. No wonder they're extinct. Alright, Victor. Coming off a loss that made me salty. I'm out to destroy you. And I won't even be nice about it. These pathways are tricky, though. When you have the all pathways, can be rough. I guess we just foretell this on 2 and it makes the blue mana a lot easier. One change I'd make for sure is to sub out at least 2 of these pathways for 2 more of the fast lands. We don't have that many tap lands in the deck, and they just make the mana so much easier. Because when you play like Hinata, say you want a Magma Opus the same turn that you play Hinata, you really need like a red and a blue left over. There aren't really enough red sources to come up with double red on turn 6 that often. Not the way that you usually want to. Not with pathways, because pathways you have to choose. They're not like a traditional duel. Of course someone named Victor is going to play white aggro. Hand is not looking that good against white here either, especially if they have Thalia. This Hopeful Initiate's just going to get out of hand. We don't have Doomscar. We don't have Hinata either to go with this Opus. But if they miss on this turn and don't have anything, okay, we're playing Magic. It does probably mean they have a ton of good 3-drops. Let's hope they go for like Adeline and we can just Valorous Stance it. They go for Elite Spellbinder, we can Saw It Coming. Okay. Alright, we're just marching towards Magma. We're halfway there. Assuming no taxes. Oh, that's not what we wanted to see at all. Well, maybe they'll take the Opus. Maybe they won't take the Opus. Alright, may I draw a Doomscar? Or a Hinata? I need to draw something very good. If they take the March, that's pretty negative. Because we can't march the Spellbinder next turn. Alright, that's what they do. We can march the Hopeful, though. Might as well, I guess. Not a good draw. Not a good draw at all. They can play around stance now, which might be easy for them, might not be. We'll see what they do. But like, if they have just a freaking Luminar Gas Pirate here, we're in big trouble. That negate needed to be something more relevant. Yeah, it's about to get ugly. Here's Thalia. Alright, Doomscar. Not good. Really not good. There's Adeline. We can stance it. They must have another, or I don't think they'd make this play. I'm also going to make a treasure. Hope for the best here. Just top deck something. Deluge, okay. No way to remove anything. But I guess I can take this Jwari, but I can't cast it. So I guess it's just you and you. All right. If they have an Adeline here, we're so close to dead. It's been a bad draw. But not completely dead, because we have 1, 2, 3 targets. We tap the Adeline. March. One, 2, 3, 4. Tap, tap. Submit. Works, right? Come on, Hinata, bring me through. Carry me. Alright, they don't have a Valor stance either. They would have played it there. So you're telling me there's a chance. White always finds a way, though. This is not over. I don't have another white card to send away either, or I could march this Skyclave Apparition in response. They got through it. Doomscar. Well, they need to beat this 4/4. But I'm sure they can. I think we just Doomscar now and hold up Saw It Coming and have a 4/4. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Can't believe we're still in this. Blade Historian. Let's just keep this board stable. It's hard to use counterspells well against them, so let's use them while we can. Take 4. Guess we can flash back. Full control mode. We'll just try to make our decisions with the most information available. Another hopeful initiate. Another blade historian. Jwari's in the deck, right? Alright, no Jwari, but this is really good. And these are not bad. Come on, baby. Bring it home. If they have a response here, we have a negate. So if they have like a Valor stance, we're not dead. Wait a minute, why I left this alive. That was foolish. I forgot how big this is. I guess tapping lands is okay, but I should have at least done one to face instead. Late at night. It's about 3 in the morning where I'm recording right now. You don't always get the best of me when I record late at night, but at least you get me. At least we have each other. And some people like chill CGB. Some people like the wife is sleeping, so I can't go crazy all the time. Some even like the glasses. Do you like the glasses? The only acceptable answer is yes. I just want to make that clear. Alright, Skyclave doesn't do anything here. Oh, wrong order, but should be good enough to win. I meant to do them in the other order so these all had haste, but still good enough. Oh, come on, Victor. Thank you. That game was scary. I thought for sure the way it was going and the way I've just, been taxed out of games by white before, I just felt like it was another loss, but Hinata showed up in the nick of time. And we are back for the post-game wrap. Let's check the stats powered by untap.gg. Download link in the description. It's also where you find my deck lists, and if you download the free companion app, it supports the channel, so please consider doing that. Also, while we're talking about how to help the channel, please leave a like on the video and consider hitting join and becoming a member. $4.99 a month really supports the channel. If you enjoy the work that I do, it helps me out. Plus, you get perks. You get access to my deck lists a day before everybody else in a special Discord channel, and you get to watch my live stream VODs here on YouTube ad-free. So that can be fun too if you don't want to go to Twitch. Stats: 6-1, 54 minutes, 86% win rate, ranked up from 919 to 378. What do I have to say about the deck after this experience? I mean, I think the blue-white version has real legs. I still want to find a way to get some Wandering Emperors in it, because I think that those play really well, and maybe you cut Behold the Multiverse and run Wandering Emperor, and you're in really good shape with 4 Memory Deluge and Magma Opus as well. So that's the change I want to make. I also want to add 1 more Stormcarved Coast minimum and 1 more Sundown Pass minimum, cutting 2 of the pathways of the same colors. And maybe I would also experiment with like 2 more, because I think having 10 fast lands is totally playable. But there were a lot of times where I needed to do something with play Hinata but also have 2 blue for Saw It Coming, or play Hinata but also have red blue for Magma Opus, or play Hinata but also have red white for Lorehold Command, and it was very difficult to do. So to get the mana right, more actual dual lands and less pathways I think would help a lot. So that's my recommendation, is to add a few more of these dual lands, cut a few pathways, and to try Wandering Emperor instead of Behold the Multiverse. But I think this deck is serious, and I think with more time and effort and TLC, that this might be the better version of Hinata. I know that Goldspan Dragon is a legit card, but maybe the meta is better served with Doomscar than Goldspan Dragon. Just something to think about. You also get to run more Lorehold Command because it doesn't compete in the same spot as the Dragon, so that's fun too. All right, thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. You're cool.